And I'm going to share the screen. Right. So right. So people, it's better you take a red pen, right, and mark what your papers are, what you have, like the way you have answered, right? If you get any problem, just tell me so I can refer it from the soft copies that you have sent to me, right? So is there any person or is there any student who have not done the paper last week? Anyone? So if there is any, you have to follow the things like Ovin, yes. So Ovin, today we are going to discuss the paper. Paper is there in the LMS. It's better you log in there and put I'm sharing the paper here, so you people have to. It's better you could have answered in the previous week, but now we are like discussing the paper. So stay on the session to have some knowledge about that, right? So we are just discussing how it's going to happen, right? Okay, so first question was compulsory, which was given 20 marks and 2 marks for each and every question. Yes, Minul, you should mark it by yourself. If you got any problem, just let me know. So I will tell you if anything cannot be figured by yourself, right? So the first question is asking about mention 2 input and output of given machine in relation with data processing. Mention the 2 input and output of given machines in the relation with the data processing. Obtaining money from ATM machine using the card. Yeah. So you have to answer the your answers should be regarding this particular machine. So here we are talking about an ATM machine. So you have to say what is the inputs and what are the outputs. So let's go by the marking scheme. So it is obtaining money from ATM machine using card. So inputs can be taken as card or ATM card, PIN number, the money needed, or like the required money amount, right? Or the required amount. So those kind of things can be there, right? So in the question, they are asking, mention the input and output. So only one input and one output can have the marks for you, right? So any one of these inputs, card, PIN number, money, the requirement of the money, right? So you can have one of them. So if you got one of them, you can have 0.5 marks for that, right? If you get any different answers, just let me know, right?
So debit card, credit card.
Yeah, debit card, credit card, yes, can go, right? And regarding the output, uh, you can say, people, just a second, I have to answer this. Right. Okay, I have to attend to school matters these days because it is the 25th. We are starting the school, so we have to attend. Right. So regarding the output, it's the display on the computer screen. Like just display on the computer screen is not good, right? If you can say like summary of the account on the computer screen, or the account details on the computer screen, and this says money taken from the machine, yes, and the receipt, and card itself, because we are inputting the card to take the money. And
So can we get cash?
yes, you can get cash. Yes, that is why they have taken money taken from the machine, so you can have, right, 0.5 for that answer. So if you are having any alternative answers, just let me know, right? And again, just for the information, is there any new one in the room? Let me see. No, I think everyone is there. Isar, Poda, you are not a new one, right? You were there in the class.
Yes, sir, I'm in next week.
You were there in the last week, right?
Yes, in the last
Right.
week.
Great. Right. So fingerprint, the second machine is the fingerprint machine. So input, it's going to be the fingerprint of the employees, or the fingerprint, just the fingerprint, right? So that's going to be the only input, right, for a fingerprint machine, right? And the output is going to be, and let me check the way that they have given the question. Preparing reports of employee attendance using fingerprint machine. Yeah. So in the question, they have clarified this is taken for to prepare the employee attendance, right? So the input is going to be fingerprint of employees, and output is going to be employee attendance record, or like you can say the departure time, arrival time, so likewise, right? So if you got any one of those, so you can have 0.5, right? So all 4 points taking 0.5 mark, so you can have 2 marks to that particular question, the answers, right? So the second question, mention 2 services that student and teachers can provide through a e-learning management system. Yeah, so there are many. So in the 2 services, I just what I was telling is like write one for student and write one for teacher, right? So these are the benefits of the students that can take: ability to use learning units at any time, anywhere at school, home, or any other convenient place, ability to upload the assignments completed at home, right? So Saran, it's 2 marks, 0.5 for each input and output, right? A part take input take output take 0.5, 0.5. B part take input and output 0.5, 0.5. So altogether 2 marks, right? So ability to submit queries and all these things, right? Saran, yeah, it's 0.5, right? දසම පහක් හම්බෙන්නේ දසම පහේව 4යි ලකුණු 2යි පළවෙනි කැලට, right? So and the ability to participate in co-curricular activities. Yes, Isara, you can have that answer. For teachers making online presentation, yeah. And for teachers, you can see supervision of activities and publishing of results, ability to maintain update information of the students, teacher, and school, right? So if you got any alternative answers, just let me know.
So gaining knowledge through online websites.
Gaining knowledge through online website. That is going to be a problem, Puta, because they are talking about a LMS. So we have to say LMS specific benefits, Puta. So like gaining knowledge through website, with or without an LMS, we can gain the knowledge through the websites, right? So in that case, you can't have any marks for that, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Right. So 1 mark for the student point and 1 mark for the teacher points, right? So on one of them is enough, or else if you get any alternative answers, just let me know, right? Okay, moving forward, the next one, third one is asking, mention 2 services that are available under telemedicine. Yeah. So you can have any one of those. Home monitoring health condition, or like supervision from home, or seeking medical consultation of specialist, remote surgery, you can say telesurgery as well, medical teletrainings, right? And emergency telemedicine, right? So you can go on those answers, right? If you got any alternatives, let me know.
Using nanorobots for complex treatments.
Using nanorobots for complex treatments, Puta, it's not going to be advantages of telemedicine. Then now using nanorobots is a good application of ICT in health sector, but it is not specific to telemedicine. Now telemedicine කිව්වම අපි remotely ඉඳලා කරන දෙයක් වෙන්න ඕනද? අපි නෙමෙයි like doctors and professionals, they should do it in a remote manner. ඈතක ඉඳන් කරන දෙයක් වෙන්න. Right? So that of course regarding the telemedicine you can't have any marks. Right. So were they asking two? Yes, 2 services. So if you got any 2 services, have 2 marks. If you got 1 correct, just 1 mark. Right. So the next one, mention 2 advantages a person can gain when purchasing an item through online shopping. Yeah. They are talking about advantages. So these are the advantages, right? One can select any global commercial organization which is on the internet. Yeah, so go people, you can go through the answers, just go through. I'll answer this and come. Sorry for the disturbance, people. I have no choice regarding this. Right. So online shopping, one can select any global commercial organization which is on the internet, open 24 hours, ability to see things and order at convenient place, ability to pay using the electronic payment methods like credit cards or debit cards, home delivery of goods and services will save time, the transport cost as well, avoid unnecessary travel related exhaustion. Yeah. So these kind of things, right? So any two services, or not the services actually, any two benefits that you are going to that you are written as your answers, right? So 2 marks, having 1 for each. So moving to the fifth one, people, I'm not going to tell again and again. If you get any alternative answers, just let me know, right? So the next question is about, write only the correct answers from the device in column A in relation with column B of the following table. So they are talking about input, output, volatile, and we change. This is not fiber optics. This is optical storage. Neither. So write only the correct answers from the devices in column A in relation with column B. So input devices. So what are the input devices you can find here? You can find the scanner as the input device. So the Blu-ray is going to be a storage device, RAM is going to be a memory or primary storage, monitor is going to be an output device. So regarding the output device, this is going to be the output device of this list. Volatile memory. Volatile memory means what? The memory that cannot keep its data once the electricity is disconnected. So RAM is a volatile memory. Cache is a volatile memory. So both the answers should be there. And optical storage, it's only going to be the Blu-ray, right? So if you got all correct, you can have 2 marks. If any one is missing, you are going to reduce 0.5 for each, right? Let's refer the marking scheme as well. So yes, scanner, monitor, RAM, cache, and Blu-ray are going to be the answers. Seren, yes, that is right, Seren. But Blu-ray itself is going to consider as a storage device, Buddha. Those are the examples for secondary storage. So we can input device using a Blu-ray driver, right? Or a Blu-ray ROM. So Blu-ray ROM can be taken as an input device, right? But not the Blu-ray itself. Got it, Seren? In that case, දැන් විභාගෙදී ඔහොම ලිව්වොත් දැන් සරන් උත්තර දෙකක් ලියලා තියෙනවා එකක් වැරදි එකක් හරි. ලකුණු ගොඩක් දුරට කපන්න ඉඩ තියෙනවා. මොකද දැන් කවුරු හරි කෙනෙක් ෂුවර් නැතුව ඔක්කොම ටික ලිව්වොත් එහෙම. එතකොට එතනදිත් හරි උත්තරේ තියෙනවානේ. ඒක නිසා සරන් අපි මේ වෙලාවේ ඒක වැරදි කියලා මාක් කරගමු. Right? Okay, the sixth one. Write the difference that exists between impact and non-impact printers. So these are the differences, like if you get any two, I'm going to give you marks, right? So impact printer, its function, the functioning, when it is functioning, it is noisy, right? Ink ribbon is used, low printing cost, low speed. And non-impact, it is not noisy, right? Comparatively to the impact, right? Ink or toner cartridges are used, high printing cost, comparatively high speed, right? So any two of these two again comparison reasons දෙකක් තියෙනවා, right? So you can have 2 marks. If you have wrote 1, just 1 mark will be there. Consuming a lot of electricity. Electricity aspect. That of course I have to search. Hold on a second. I'll go through that reason. Take a මම හිතන්නේ දෙන්නටම එකයි වගේ කියලා බලමුකෝ.
So I think impact printers consume more power because it wastes energy as sound and heat.
Yeah, and again, yeah, that's a good point, Vinod. There can be.
I don't think you can find it in Google.
Yeah, because yeah, it's not very much contrast regarding the power consumption. Yeah, Saran, for the moment, I'll give the fact with the what Minul says. So Minul can argument එක හරි. Because it like අතනත් පොඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා දැන් sound එක පිට වෙනකොට mechanical parts වැඩි chain movements වැඩි head movement yeah like if you think about an inkjet or like if you are comparing an inkjet and a impact printer like a dot matrix, still inkjet have the is using the power to put the ink bubble and others will put the power to do the impact. So ගොඩක් වෙලාවට එක පැත්තකට යන්න පුළුවන්, but yeah, there are arguable and there are justified points in there. Saran, yes, you can take the marks for that, no problem. Right, so those are going to be and someone said something else as well. Dulagi, you said work by striking a head or a needle against an increment. Yes, though you can take mark for that as well. And Isara, regarding which question පුතා මේ marks ටික ඕන වෙලා තියෙන්නේ Isara? Isara, are you there in the room? Yeah. Right. So moving to the seventh one. So in the seventh one, they're asking copy the following table into your answer sheet and write one device that can be connected to each port. Yeah. So VGA, you can use monitor, multimedia projector, television, right? Those kind of things. HDMI, multimedia projector, TV, and again, you can use monitor as well, right? And USB, keyboard, mouse, printer, scanner, there are many. PS2, it is keyboard or mouse, right? So any one of these devices are there in your list, so you can have marks for that.
Sir,
Yes.
For the USB, can we say input-output devices?
No, Buddha. You have to specifically say what the device is. Input output is a generic name, so you have to specify. what it is. Yeah, Saran, yes, it is 2 for each question. So in here, if you got 4 parts, so 0.5 will be given for each. If you get 2 parts, 1 point for each. If it is just one part, one answer, it's just 2 marks, right? Take a answer kind of nature. So like for the 7th one, you have 4
Sir, should
parts.
we write 2 examples?
They said 2 examples for each one.
No, I'm just asking. I don't
No,
have
no,
the 2.
they haven't mentioned anything like that neither.
I just wrote 1.
Yeah. One is enough, I think. It says yeah, one device, right? One device. It says right one device that can be connected to each port, right? So 0.5 for each answer. So moving to the 8th question. Yeah, so below is a figure of computer networking, and they're asking what is A, B, C, and D. Yeah. So A is a modem, B is a firewall, C is a switch, and D is a Wi-Fi adapter. Have they identify the device A, B, C, D, and write the task that can be done for each device? Yes. So you have to tell what is the task as well. So in the marking scheme, it says modem converting analog signals to digital signals, and it can do the reverse work as well. So analog to digital and digital to analog signal conversions, or you can say it is doing modulation and demodulation, right? Firewall protect the computer network from unauthorized access, some idea like that, protecting. Switch mediator to build a connection between 2 or more computers, yes. And Wi-Fi adapter build a wireless computer network and internet connections for mobile phone and laptop computers. Yes, you should have that idea. Should have that idea. Or a doubtful none. Is it doubtful? Just ask me.
So for
Right?
firewall, can we write acts as a barrier between internet and a computer?
Come again.
Firewall, can we write acts as a barrier between internet and computer network in exchanging data?
Barrier. Exchanging data. Protection should be the word. Security or the protection. Barrier means we can't argue the barrier is going to be always protecting the thing. That can be a problem, right? You should have used the protect or secure word, right? Yes, Isara. The question specifies that. See, identify the device A, B, C, D, and write the tasks that can be done from each device. So people, if you got the device name and the task, you can have 0.5. So if you missing any of those, you are not going to have any marks, right? When it comes to the marking, remember, it's tough that times, right? Dulagi, yes, Wi-Fi can transmit data using radio waves. Transmit data using radio waves. Transmitting data using radio waves. Yes, Wi-Fi is a radio wave. Yeah, it should be much clearer, but for the moment I'll give you the marks, right? But it's better you have it in a very clear manner, right? Right? But for the moment you can have the marks, but be careful. All right, so the 9th one, were they asking about the qualities of good quality presentation? The use of electronic presentation is very popular today. Specify 2 features that should be included in the design of quality presentation, right? So yeah, now these are going to be the answers. Just go through that until I answer this. Right. So a quality presentation should have minimum not the minimum, like 6 to 7 number of lines. Font size should be in 32 or 36, like more, like something larger than 32. Right. Correct use of grammar and language because you are present in it. And inserting images, drawings, table and graphs as appropriately. Right. Use of contrast colors. Right. To see the content. Using animation and videos, pay attention on target groups. Yeah, so you can have those things. Yeah, Saran, that going to be a very big problem. Saran ahana question ප්‍රශ්නේ ප්‍රශ්නෙට අහලා තියෙන්නේ උත්තර දෙකයි තුනක් ලියලා දෙකක් හරි ගිහලා එකක් වැරදුනොත් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ වැරදි එකට ලකුණු කපනවා. right එතන ගැටලුවක් වෙනවා. right ඒක නිසා දෙකයි නම් අහන්නේ ෂුවර්ම දෙක ලියන්න. right අරක ඇඩ්වයිසබල් නෑ. තුනක් දෙකක් අහලා තිබ්බොත් තුනක් ලියන එක ඇඩ්වයිසබල් නෑ. සමහර වෙලාවට I'll show you the marking scheme. Sometimes they said if they have written anything extra, don't give any marks කියලා තියෙන කෙනෙක්. ලියපු එකටත් දෙන්න එපා කියලා කියනවා. right yeah Saran, it's okay. Oh yeah, no, I know you haven't tried those things, but naturally ගොඩක් අය කරන දෙයක් ඒක. හොඳයි මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ අහපු එක. දැන් සමහර වෙලාවට questions තුනක් ලියන්න කිව්වම හතරක් ලියලා එනවා ඉන්නවා. ඒක නම් ගොඩක් වෙලාවට කරන්නේ අන්තිම question එක අපි disregard කරනවා. So right, we are not going to see that. We are not going to bother about it. ඒක නිසා ඔයා ප්‍රශ්න හතරක් ලියනවා නම් අපි දෙන advice එක තමයි ළමයින්ට like paper එකේ මුලින් අමුණලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ නැත්නම් මුලින් කියන්නේ පෙරගස්සලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ ෂුවර්ම questions තුන තමයි මුලින්. ඊට පස්සේ තමයි අන්තිමට ලියපු එක නැත්නම් ලකුණු අඩු වෙයි කියලා හිතන එක. ඔයා හතරවෙනි එකක් ලියනවා. right isara less amount of slides is not going to be a factor පුතා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි කතා කරන content එකට අනුව තමයි that we are going to determine how many sites are going to be there. right so less amount of slides is not going to be a fact. right okay, so if you wrote any two of these things you can have 2 marks. right and then this 10th one they are asking about identify the following ABC and D ports which are used to connect different devices to the computer and name them. Yeah, so these are the answers. As you know, A is a parallel port, B is a PS2 port, C is a USB port, and D is a VGA port. Right?
So isn't D a serial port?
What D?
Yeah.
D is a VGA, the blue color one. Serial is going to be the other one. ඒකේ තමයි pins තියෙන්නේ. got it?
Yes.
right okay, so with that the first question is done. So mark how many out of 20. right so then the second question is yes
Sir, marks for X1.
marks for the 10th one. Yeah, so 0.5 for each port Kuda. For A 0.5, B 0.5, C 0.5 and D 0.5. 2 marks for each question. So here dasama paha gane 4. All right, Saran, well done. Okay, people who has done the second question. Second එක කරලා තියනවද? කවුරුත්ම කරලා නැත්නම් second එක අපිට omit කරලා ඉස්සරහට යන්න පුළුවන්. Okay, all right, okay. Aminul did all, so we'll talk about everything. All right. So the second question Just a second, people. Right. Sorry, people. Can't help with that. Okay. So the the question says, given below is the logical circuit related to an automatic safety brake system used in a modern car. This braking system works only if the following condition pertain to the circuit are fulfilled, right? Right. So they says the engine of the vehicle is in operation. So input functioning as 1 and non-functioning as 0, right? The sensor detects that the driver is asleep. Input eyes open as 1, eyes closed as 0. And when the vehicle is driving at speed of 30 kilometers or more, there is a barrier of less than 5 kilometers. Yeah, right. So inputs more than 30 kilometers per hour as 1 and less than 30 kilometers per hour as 0, right? Then the second one continues to the other page as well. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, they have given you this schematic diagram. And it says, name the logic gates corresponding to the location indicated by X in the above circuit. Yeah, so like what they are trying to do is they are trying to develop an automatic braking system, right? So sensor that detects drowsiness, again is nidimata venawada කියන එක. Speed measurement sensor, barrier detection sensor, sensor on the engine startup switch, right? So engine එක start වෙලා නම් තමයි මේ දේවල් ටික settle වෙන්න ඕනේ, right? So engine should be on the start mode, right? And barrier detection sensor and speed measurement, those should happen together. Like speed measurement should check whether it is a 30 kilometers per hour, and the barrier detection should be 1, like there is a barrier within the 5 kilometers time. So they use an AND gate because those two things should happen together. So sensor that detects drowsiness. So if you go through the conditions, people, just a second. Right. So the engine of the vehicle is in operation. The sensor detects that the driver is asleep. When the vehicle is driving at a speed of 30 kilometers, there is barrier of less than 5 kilometers. So the drowsiness is indicating this particular thing. The sensor detects that the driver is asleep. So the automatic braking system should happen if the driver is going to be in the drowsiness, or like නින්දට වැටිලා නම් as වැහිලා නම් තමයි එයාගේ කතාව සිද්ධ වෙන්න ඕනේ, right? So let's cross check it with the circuit that they have given to us, right? So I'll put you the marking scheme. Yeah, here what happens. So the sensor detects drowsiness, and the output of this thing, speed measurement and the barrier detection, should happens all together, right? So speed measurement එකයි barrier detection එකයි දෙකම එකට තියෙන්න ඕනේ. So we should we are using and because ඒ දෙන්නගෙන් එක්කෙනෙක් dissatisfy වුණොත් we don't need to sense it. We don't need to alarm that thing. Again, if it is less than 30 kilometers, nothing to be worried about. If the barrier is distance than 5 kilometers, nothing to worry about. Then again, එක්කෙනෙක් විතරක් නම් satisfy වෙන්නේ, we don't need to bother. දෙන්නම okay වෙනවා නම් තමයි we have to bother about. So that is why we are using an AND gate, because AND gate works when both operands or like the both inputs are giving 1 as the signal, right? Yeah, Saran, that is why the sensor detection of the drowsiness, that particular input and the output of this thing is going on an OR gate. Right, Saran, ඒකයි මේ x කියන එකට අපි O gate එකක් පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Right? So sleep එකෙන් එක ආවොත්, right? And එක පැත්තෙන් 0 ආවත් අපිට output එකක් අරගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? And yes, I detect the same thing, Saran. පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න, මට ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් go through කරන්න ඕනේ. මොකද ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ sleep එක ඒගොල්ලෝ කියලා තියෙන්නේ 0 කියලා. Yeah, let me check. Oh, yes, there is going to be a problem. The sensor detects that the driver is asleep. Eyes closed, it's 0. Eyes closed, it is 0. Yes. Yeah, Saran, what you are saying is correct. And people, I think there's a problem with the circuit right over here. How is the output has went? Hold on a minute.
So what is wrong?
The OR gate as the X, Minul, because the inputs it says if he is in a sleep, it is 0. So if it is 0, there should be a NOT gate in front of the drowsiness sensor.
So, but then this comes like speed measurement sensor.
What? No. Like then හිතන්නකෝ මේ දෙන්නගෙන් එක්කෙනෙක්වත් වෙලා නැති වෙලාවකට like speed measurement එක, let's say it's 20 kilometers per hour, then the barrier detection can be like larger than the 5 kilometers. So it produces 0. So if the driver is in a sleep, it should alarm, right? So anyway, say, the engine startup anyway providing you a 1, right? The may line එකෙන් I'll go to the yeah. Now people hear me out. This is going to be the problem of the circuit. The මෙතනින් කොහොමත් 1 තමයි flow වෙන්නේ, because it is saying engine has started, right? So මෙතනින් 1 flow වෙන වෙලාවට මෙතන පාවිච්චි වෙන්නේ AND gate එකක් නම්, so මෙතනින් මේ එළියට මෙතනට එන්න ඕනේ 1 කියන condition එක. Right, මේ දෙන්නම තියෙන වෙලාවට automatic braking system එක apply වෙන්න ඕනේ. right? මෙතනට 0 එනවා කියලා කියන්නේ, so there should be no problem in here. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ පැත්තෙනුත් 0 එන්න ඕනේ, මෙතනිනුත් 0 එන්න ඕනේ. Right? So that is how this OR gate works. But before this, there should be a NOT gate. මොකද drowsiness indicate කරලා තියෙන්නේ 0 වලින්. එතකොට මෙතනින් 0 එනකොට තමයි මෙයා මෙතනින් 1 කියලා produce කරන්නේ. Right? So if we think about the automatic braking system situation, so we can say it like this. Braking happens is going to equal braking happens is going to equal when engine is on and speed larger than 30 kilometers or equal and barrier less than 5 kilometers or sleepiness. Right? So this is what is happening. So these two happens together.
So that then the thing to do is like put X as an AND gate and Y as a OR gate.
X as a AND gate and Y as a OR gate. බෑනේ මිනුල් එතකොටත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා. X ට AND gate එකක් දැම්මොත් හිතන්නකෝ speed measurement එකනොයි barrier එකනොයි 0 ආවොත්. So it produces 0 නේ.
Yeah. But අතන 1 එක produce වුණා. 1 and 1 or 0 then
නෑ 1 or 0 නෙවෙයි. මෙතනට එන්න ඕනේ 1. මොකද මේ දෙපැත්තෙන් alarm වෙන එකනේ වෙන්නේ මේ මිනුල්. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ AND gate මේ ඔයා මෙතන OR gate එක produce කරොත් අපි පොඩ්ඩක් ඒක බලමු. මෙතනට OR gate එකක් දැම්මොත් නෑ එතකොට අවුලක් වෙනවනේ මෙහෙම. මෙතනට AND එකක් දැම්මොත් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපේ දැන් අපි අපේ equation එක අපි build up කරන්නේ මෙහෙම. or sleepiness නේ මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. This is how we are going to figure that out. So braking happens when engine is on and this speed thing and barrier things happens together or sleepiness. So it is going to be this particular engine is E dot speed is S dot barrier is B then plus sleepiness or the drowsiness plus D.
Oh.
Right? That's how it's going to happen. So these things now, these big things should be happens first. Right? අපිට දෙවිදිහකට ඕක කඩා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Dulagi, yes, everything should be satisfied. That is right. So the satisfaction happens in the sleepiness neduwa. So sleepiness කියලා කියන්නේ it's not D, it's D bar. මොකද in the question it says yeah, Saran එතන question එකේ පොඩි අවුලක් තියෙනවා. Yes, question එකේ එක අනිත් පැත්ත මාරු කරලා දුන්නා නම් හරියටම හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ question එකේ sleepiness 1 කියලා දුන්නා නම් this is going to be the equation. Right? කමක් නැහැ. ඒක ඕගොල්ලෝ දැනට figure out නොවුනට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. අපි ඒකට ඒකේ තියෙන marks ටික අපි අඩු කරලා පාවිච්චි කරමු. නැත්නම් උතන ගැටලුවක් වෙනවා. So the correct one should be on that manner. not gate එකකුත් එකතු වෙලා හැදෙන්නයි උවමනාව තියෙන්නේ. Right. So it should be sleepiness is D bar because one indicates.
Then the whole truth table changes, right?
Yes, yes. This says eyes open, 0 says eyes closed. Close වෙලාවටනේ alarm එක වදින්න ඕනේ. So it should be D bar. So speed එක 30ට වැඩි වුණාම B වෙන්න ඕනේ. That is okay. Barrier should be there and this should be there as well. Right? And in all these cases, E should be on. Right? So it's going to be E dot, S dot, B dot plus D bar. Right? So yeah. Yeah, let's keep that. Egolo question like a jumble color. Right? Hold on. X and Y draw the truth table corresponding circuit. Yeah, write the Boolean expression for the output F of a logic circuit completing using. Yeah, I'll do this like this. Api may part take omit karamu. We are not going to give any marks for this. Right? Yes, Dulagi, as you say, A bar dot B dot C. Yes. It's going to be something like that. And here it's going to produce E. Sorry, D bar. As they say, they will D. So this is going to be D. This is going to be A bar. This is going to be B and C. So to produce A bar, there should be a NOT gate. Right. Okay. Hari. Minul arrange කවුද දෙවෙනි question එක try කරලා තියෙන්නේ? Anyone who has done the second question? Was it only Minul? Oh, never mind, we'll run through that. Right, filling the tables below. Hold on. Yeah, so the second one goes. Second one again, we are going with the third one. Right, filling the table below. So code systems are there, number of characters are there. Yeah, so BCD is having 4 characters. ASCII is having. Okay, okay. Right, sorry for that disturbance. So they are talking about number of characters. I
wrote to the power.
Yeah, 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 that is what I was expecting. Yeah, that's correct. So BCD, it's going to be like even though BCD is used to display things 0 to 9, right. So BCD, even though it is used to indicate 0 to 9 numbers, we can use it for 16 characters, but they haven't in that case, right? So ASCII it's 2 to the power 7, BCD it's 2 to the power 8, and Unicode it's 2 to the power 16. So either you should have the 2 to the powers or these numbers, right? And 0.5 for each, as it says. And the second one says copy following table and fill in the columns of the software table using the list in brackets. So the operating system, application system, and utility software are there. So the list is given over here. right at the below. So the answers are going to be like this. Operating system with proprietary, which is Windows 10 and Apple Mac OS. So proprietary systems are the licensed versions, or which we have to pay and take, right? And free and open source, it's going to be the Linux. Application software, cloud computing, Google Docs, and installed in computer, yes, Google Chrome, Firefox, WordPerfect, LibreOffice Writer. Like WordPerfect and LibreOffice Writers are word processing softwares. Google Chrome and Firefox are browsers, right? And utility softwares, yeah, Task Manager and disk formatting. So they were given you 8 components. So if you place it in the correct place, you are going to have 0.5 for each correct placing, right? So that is how you are going to have 4 marks for that. The next one is about the B part. A student goes to his school computer lab and connects his personal computer to his school computer network, then connects the internet, download the ICT textbook from the Department of Education publication website. In the list below, select the network type that will be used to the above scenario. Yeah, school computer network. It's a small network which is spread in a small geographical area. So we can consider it as a LAN. Connecting to the internet. Internet is the biggest network. So we are once anyone connected with the internet, he or she or that particular device is connected with the largest network of the world, which is called the WAN, wide area network. So A is going to be LAN, B is going to be WAN. And the second parts, yeah, that's in the other page. Let me move to that. Yeah. It says specify 2 strategies to prevent or control unauthorized access by an operating system. Yeah. So these are the strategies that they have proposed: the firewall, the passwords, yeah, and yeah, Isara, it's 2 marks. Yeah, for previous part, it's 2 marks. LAN 1 mark, WAN 1 mark, so 2 marks altogether. Unauthorized access, yes, password, firewalls. Have they talk about anything logical or physical? Specify 2 strategies to prevent or control unauthorized access by an operating system. Yeah, so it is again those two methods are there, right? Firewall, passwords, and that's another thing. You can use access privileges, right? That can be taken as another answer. Access privileges, where we can give access for some person and to the others. Dulagi, antivirus software is not hold on, is like hacking kind of a thing. Unauthorized access. It's just guarding being like the access by the viruses. And then some antivirus softwares are there to control the phishing and all these things as well. Yeah, take it, Dulagi. You can go for that as well. Right, some antivirus softwares are given the ability to do that. Yeah. Okay, so for that, you are given 1 mark for each option. So they're asking 2 things, so 2 marks. So altogether for that question, there are 10 marks. So see how many out of 10. Right. People, just a second. Right. The last question. Yeah, it is talking about use the word in brackets to complete the following statement about an electronic presentation. Yeah. So the first one is having a blank can be used switching from slide to slide. Yes. And let's go with the marking scheme. Slide transition, they say. Slide transition can be used when switching from slide to slide. Okay, right, okay. And yeah, so you have to choose it from the brackets. Yeah, no worry. So slide transition, and the second one, it's control N. They are talking about taking a new one, the one presentation, and use control N key combination to create a new presentation. Yeah, so it's control N, CTRL plus N. And the third answer, it's going to be slide sorter view. So they are talking about can be used to change the position of a slide easily. Yes, because slide sorter view will give you an overview. Slide sticker ඔක්කොම වගේ අපිට screen එකට අරගන්න පුළුවන් පොඩි පොඩි icons විදියට, so we can change, right? Blank facility is used to change the format of the slide. Yeah, so slide master ඉන්නවද මෙතන? Yeah, slide master can be, yeah, okay, master පුළුවන්, yeah, දෙකෙන්ම පුළුවන්, slide layout and slide master. Yes, fourth one එකට slide master ගන්නත් පුළුවන්, used to change the format of the slide. මොකද අපිට slide එකක තියෙන we can do some specific changes regarding the formats, like the size of the headers and all these things, using the slide master as well. So you can use slide master as well as they say slide layout, right? Because they are talking about the format of the slide. So fourth one has two answers. You can go for both the answers, slide master and slide layout. The last one, blank, is used for images and text of a slide. So as it says, animation is used for images and text of a slide, right? Yes, no. So the animation. So go with the answers. First one, slide transition. Second, control N. Third, slide sorter view. Fourth, slide layout or slide master. 5, the animation, right? So 1 mark for each. So the B part, the document shown in figure 1 below is formatted to look like it is in figure 2. Using a word processing software, select the tool from the toolbar below and write the corresponding number and the label. Yeah. So here, the first one, they have applied a word art, right? So it's the fourth one. So the B, electronic waste, they have increased the size. So there is no, yeah, the fifth one, right? So let's go with the marking scheme. It says, yeah, for A, it is 4th, B, it is 6th, for C and D. Yeah, Isara, like 3 means, let me see. 3 italic is for what? B is 5, yes, Saran, that is correct. A is 4. Isara, are you talking about the answer for the A as 3?
No, sir. Answer for E, 1 and 3.
Answer for E. For E, yes, we can take italic one as well as it is being bold. So you have to use the one as well, right? So yeah, like let me see what are the things that they have gone with this. A for 4, that is correct. B for, yeah. B, it is not 6th. Yeah. hold on. Oh yeah, for B, it's going to be 5th and the 6th. Right? The මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ එක අංකයකටයි දීලා තියෙන්නේ. So I'll go by that. 5th තිබ්බත් 6th තිබ්බත් මම ලකුණු දෙන්නම් because the size of the font is being increased. So for that we can use 5th. To capitalize every letter we can use 6th. So the best answer is 5,6, right? But you can take one of those. මෙතන මේගොල්ලෝ ගිහිල්ලා තියෙන නිසා. දුලාගේ for A it is 4 and 5. දුලාගේ 5 සමහර විට උවමනා වෙන්න පුළුවන්, සමහර විට උවමනා නොවෙන්න පුළුවන් දුව. So for A it is going to be 4. මොකද word art වගේ දේවල් ඔය effect එක දෙන්නේ දුව, it's from the 4th one, not the 5th one. Right? For C, yeah, it is the line spacing, right? So line spacing is given by 8. C11, no 7. 11 is there to do the center alignment. They are not center aligned. That is the center alignment, right? So the 8th one is going to be, because they have increased line spacing, so which can be done on 8th. For D, Dulagi, what you have written like 4 and 5. In that case, Dua, you won't be able to take the marks. කමක් නැහැ මෙතනදී හරිය දාගන්න. මොකද ඒක දෙපැත්තටම යන්න පුළුවන් නිසා. But be careful. And yeah, for C it is 8. And for D, those are columns. So it's the 12th one. For D, you can see 2 columns are there. So it is the 12th icon. And for E, you have to use both 1 and 3. Right? ඒකෙත් 1 hari 3 hari තියෙනවා නම් මම ලකුණු දෙන්නම් for the moment, because marking scheme says just one answer. Right? So if you got the answers as it expressed, you can have 5 marks. 1 for
So
E.
for B it can be 135, right?
So for B, it can be 1 bold. Sure කරන්න ටිකක් අමාරුයි bold කියන එක. Oh, size
So
font size.
so when we compare the context and the heading, it's like
Yeah. Doesn't matter. Like if you are having one of those, you can have the marks.
so. And for E, can 3 come?
What didn't get
For
you?
E, for E,
For E, yes.
so can italic come?
Yeah. Italic should be there because bold and italic both should be there. So if you got bold or italic, you can have the marks. මොකද marking scheme එකේ ඒගොල්ලෝ එකකට විතරයි ලකුණු දීලා තියෙන්නේ. So that's why I'm telling you, right? Right. So people see how many out of 10 for that question as well. So and have the total marks. Like for the first paper, it's going to be out of 40 either. First one, it is 20 marks. For other two, it's 20 marks again. So out of 40. And for the first paper, it is out of 40 again. Right? So add those two things and see how many out of 80 and calculate how many out of 100. Good, 7. Right, okay. How about others? අනිත් අයගෙත් marks ටික මට private message එකක් විදිහට එවන්න. Sinura, good, very good. Keep it up. Minul, well done, Minul.
So can you repeat the total marks for the first one?
For the first one, it's out of 20 පුතා. එක කොටසකට ලකුණු 2 ගන්න තිබුණේ පළවෙනි එකට.
For third one, is it 10?
Yeah, third one 10. All other questions are out of 10 පුතා.
So altogether 40.
Altogether it's going to be 40 marks. මොකද කරන්න තිබ්බේ first question and 2 other questions නේ. Right? So පළවෙනි එකට 20, දෙකට 10, තුනට 10, හතරට 10. ඒ තුන් දෙනාගේ දෙකයි කරන්න ඕන. දුලාගේ well done. Right? Yeah, how about others? Isara, good puta, very good. I think Ovin, you missed that. Navisha, how about you? Navisha or Navisha? I don't remember. And Agra, how about you? Good Navisha, that's a good mark. Serenia, that's great. Okay. Agra, how about you? What happened? All right, Agra, no problem, no problem. Right. Okay, people, so I'm going to end the session a little early today, right? Since there is only 10 minutes to end the session. So we'll start we'll continue the first lesson by next week, right? As usual, right? Api product නැවත ගිහිලා බලා ගන්න දැන් අමතක ඇති. Programming කර කර හිටිය අපි දැන් දවස් 4ක් මේ වැඩේට පාවිච්චි කරා, right? Which is a needed one, right? So we are going to stick back with the lessons, and we are going to run with them, right? So I'm going to end the session a little early today, right? Like 10 minutes earlier. Yeah, Agra, that's great. That's great. And I'll see you on next Sunday for the very same time, right? 3:30 we are meeting, and we are continuing with the Pascal, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, people, thank you very much. Have a nice weekend, right? Well done, and
Thank you,
every
sir.
one of you are doing good, right? හැමෝම හොඳට කරගෙන යනවා. Keep it up.
Bye, sir.
Right,
Thank you,
okay,
sir.
bye. Right, okay, okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right, okay, thank you very much.